Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So I'm back at MAP Marston Fields Fishery, fishing a Sunday Open. It's now mid-July and I've gone and drawn the Kurve. Never fished the Kurve before, so it's a new pool for me. Peg 13, probably an unlucky number, but you know, going to give it a go. Now there's quite a few anglers on this match. We're spread over 4 pools: Kurve, elm, pine and ash. Now pine and ash have been getting 200 to 300 pound a weight, so this pool was never going to compete against it. So we did have a separate prize pool, first and second on here, and obviously if you did get those bigger weights, then you'd be in the main prize pool, and then we'd get default sort of section wins on here. But it was really never going to compete against the pine and the ash, but it was all about coming out. I've drawn a pool I've never fished before, and I just wanted to give it a go. So as you can see, started off, just got the yawl in, and I decided to basically just throw out a bit of a throwaway line this, throw out some 4mm pellets on that sort of top kit, plus 2 sections. But the focus was going to be on that far bank and fishing in the shallow water, hoping to catch a few F1s. So just sprinkling in some 4mm pellets and had a 4mm on the hook, and it really didn't take long. It was almost like it was reasonably instant. I think within about probably a minute, two minutes max of starting. Got my first bite, first fish on, and got another, a little F1 on. And this was it. This was pretty much going to be the routine throughout my match, fishing this far bank. So I'm going to talk you through how I approached it, what I did, and later on I did try that sort of top kit plus 2 section line. I did catch a couple of F1s, but it was a lot deeper water. I didn't really feel like they were going to be on the deck there. If anything, that would have been the place to probably try and get them shallow. But also focusing on those that left and right margin as well later on. So just caught our first F1, and we're just going to just get this one in the net and then back out again over on the far bank. Okay, so back out again, put some 4mm in the pot, 4mm on the band, and just again throwing out some 4mm as I was sort of shipping out. And I just kept those 4mm going in, hoping I'll be able to pick a few off later on that line, because it was inevitable at some point your lines, they do go a little bit quiet. So it was about just trying to keep the fish coming and rotating round. So I had that other line to go to. So potting those in again, just potting them in and pulling the float over the top. So in terms of the rig, again, it's just a very, very straightforward setup. I had 2 foot of water here, so at the start off of this match I did fish on the deck, and there we go, look, straight into another fish. Like I say, straight simple setup. I had a 4x12 float on down to my normal sort of size 16 hook with a band on and just a tapered shotting pattern. So the stamper fish here, I was getting a bit of a mix. I had a few F1s around the sort of, I'll probably say £1.50. Had quite a few around that sort of pound mark, and you know, I was inevitable getting a few around the sort of more 8 to 10 ounces as well. So stamper fish, unfortunately, that I was catching on this particular match wasn't big compared to others on this pool. Other people were catching more carp than F1s, and I was catching really the F1s. And maybe that was the you know, the fact I was fishing on 4mm pellets. I'm not sure. I know other people fish 6mm. I also saw other people fishing a top kit pretty much all match, and you know, catching as much if not more than me on a top kit. So maybe my mistake, I feel, when I look back on this particular match, was maybe my bait choice. I wasn't able to pick out the bigger fish and track those carp in. Also it was taking time basically to ship out over to the far bank, 13 meters, catch us F1, bring it back, and where other people were catching shorter, and that's because they're experienced, they've been on this pool before, and I think they just knew that was probably the right thing to do, and maybe I should have just followed suit. I could see them doing it, but at the end of the day, I was getting bites, catching a fish, getting a bite to throw, probably miss a couple of bites, catch one. So I was catching a fish pretty much every couple of minutes, so I was quite happy. And at the end of the day, it was all about learning and just hopefully putting a few fish in the net, and who knows, could have framed on this particular pool. So again, look, there we go, shipped out, and another fish on straight away. And this is how it was. So for the first sort of I'm going to say about 2.5 hours, This was the routine on this far bank, and catching F1s, and I probably put about I'm going to say around the sort of 40 pounds, 45 pounds of fish in the net in the first couple of hours. But like I say, the stamper fish wasn't that big, therefore it was you know, I was just really catching F1s. Sometimes it could have been 2 to a pound, occasionally I'd get one about a pound, and then maybe one about a pound and a half. So it took a little bit of time, obviously, to try and build a weight up on this particular peg. But like I say, it was all about getting out, learning a few things. So I'm now just going to jump to the my other line, the way I was fishing, a top kit plus 2 sections. So now I'm going to swap to that more the middle line, and again I was feeding 4mm pellets and had a 4mm on the hook. Now I probably feel like now, like I said earlier, I probably should have fed 6mm on this one, and I didn't. So but it didn't take long, and it's probably about 2 minutes went by, and I did hook into my first fish. Now this, interestingly, was a carp, and so you know the carp are going to feed on 4mm. They're not a big stamp, like I said earlier, and so but I do wish I'd probably have fed 6mm on this particular line. But we're going to play this one. And like I say, it didn't take long, and it was a little bit of confidence as well, because obviously I've been feeding it for about 2 hours, and went straight in, and within a minute or so got my first bite, and it was a carp. So not a big carp, it's probably around that sort of just shy of 2 pounds. Might have been around 2 pounds actually, look. So and like I say, this is probably the average sort of stamp, I believe, in this particular pool. I'm sure there are a few a little bit bigger, but get that one in the net and back out again over those 4mm. So before I go out, we're just catapulting some 4mm over on that far bank. That wasn't the best of catapult of 4mm then, so again another lot, I just get them a little bit closer where I needed them. So and I just make sure that I was putting bait over there because I wanted to be able to go back to it. If this line didn't produce, I wanted to be able to go back to the far bank, so and keep the F1s going over there. But like I say, I had about a good 2.5 hours on that far bank, and it did seem to go a little bit quiet, hence why I was swapping these lines. But hopefully I was going to be able to pick a few off later on. So probably about 4 or 5 minutes went by before I got the next bite. So there weren't really, I wasn't getting any indications. It was almost like there weren't many fish there. I could tell that it didn't feel like there was many fish. For the amount of time I've been putting bait in, I thought it had been almost instant getting the bites. But I was having to sit and wait. And this time it was a little F1. And this is all I caught on this line. I gave it about 15 minutes or more. And I only caught the 2 fish. The 1 carp, 1 F1, only had the 2 bites. So I just didn't feel like they were there in that deeper water. Now I did come shallow on it as well, gave it a go, but there was nothing there, so I didn't waste any more time, and then I decided to swap lines and go on to that left hand margin. Okay, so just grabbing the rig, the margin rig, basically putting on a bunch of dead maggots. I decided to fish with maggots to start off with over the pellets, because I felt like if there's any fish there, they would have just gone for those dead maggots. I did swap to pellets later on as well on that line on the hook, but I wanted to start off with the dead reds. Catapulting in some 4mm on that far bank still. I just wanted to keep those going out. I knew there was still fish over there, even though it went iffy earlier in the session and I went on that short line. I still knew that there was going to be some F1s there and I'd be able to pick them off, but I wasn't going to win this match. I didn't believe with just F1s. I needed some carp. Everyone around me were catching, and some people were catching on the top kits, so catching quicker. Even if they were catching F1s, they were probably catching 2 to my 1 earlier. So I wanted to come on this margin and see if I can find any carp, and it didn't take long. Probably a couple of minutes went by before I got that first bite. So just keep an eye on that float, and it'll shoot under any second, and I'll have my first fish on. There we go. So, and this one actually was a carp. It was actually the target fish that I was after. It's probably around 2 pounds, so I was just taking my time with this one, making sure I got this one in. I didn't want to lose it. I'd only actually had 1 carp before this. Everything else was F1, so I just needed probably another, if I could have got maybe another 8 or 9, maybe 10 of these carp, then I would have definitely been up there, been able to frame. And this is how I was thinking. Obviously I didn't really know what everybody else had got, but I just felt like I needed a few more carp in the net. So we'll get the hook out and we'll get this one in the net. This one was probably around that £2 mark. Like I say, the average stamp, it does seem to be around that. I'm sure there are a few bigger ones in here, but F1s and carp are your main target. So again, throwing some pellets out, and I was also just throwing some small ball of ground bait with some dead reds in on that right hand side rather than potting it in. I just wanted to make that cloud, bit of noise, try and bring something in really quick. Back out again over on this left hand margin with a bunch of dead reds over the pellets. And again, probably about 2 minutes went by. I had to sit and wait, really. It wasn't fast and furious, which is what I was sort of expecting here, but float did go under and I did get another fish. Like I say, I was having to sit and wait on this line. Wasn't really feeling it too much, even though I'd already had that one carp. This was only an F1. And I think throughout my session on this left hand margin, I probably only had 2 or 3 more, and I was just rotating between the left and the right. So we're going to get this one in, get the hook out, get this one in the net, and then you'll see I'll just rotate over to the right hand side to see if I can pick off a quick fish there. So just splitting the fish in the nets, 3 nets in, and just splitting them there. So over on the right hand side, fishing again with dead reds and over those ground bait and maggots that I'd thrown in earlier. And it, again, probably about a minute went by, and this is what happened on every line really. Only a sort of minute or 2 go by and I'd get that first bite. But this was a skimmer, and I didn't appreciate there was actually some skimmers in here. It's probably inevitable really, but I ended up picking off a couple of skimmers on this right hand margin, probably around £1 a piece. So again, I was quite pleased, but every fish was around that sort of either £1 to £2. Like I said earlier, I caught a couple of F1s around, or a few F1s around that sort of 8-9 ounces. So it was nice actually to also catch something a little bit different, and it was still around that £1 mark. So got that one in the net, and just throwing some more pellets out on this left hand side. So decided then just to carry on the right hand side, and I did give this probably in total about another 10 minutes, but I mean it took about probably 4 or 5 minutes before I got my next bite on it, and I just kept swapping between these 2 lines, and I did, like I say, I caught one more fish on this right hand side. I picked off a couple of more F1s, small F1s on the left hand margin. But I wasn't really feeling it this margin. It was now probably about, I think it was around sort of 4 hours into the match. I had roughly £60 of fish at this point. Just not really going to be enough, but you know, like I say, it was all about learning, catching a few fish, and seeing how we go throughout the day. But we get this one in the net, and then I'm going to rotate round back onto that far bank 13-metre line. So just putting some 4mm in the pot, 4mm on the band, and back out again on this 13-metre line. Still really throwing some baiting on the margins as well, just in case going back out wasn't going to work. If I didn't produce any further fish over there, then I'd have come back in on these margins and just sat on them for the last hour. So throwing pellets in on the left, and some ground bait and some dead maggots on the right. Shipping back out again. Like I say, 13 metres, quite a nice distance this pool to that island. Don't need to, you know, we don't need to get the 16-metre poles out on this one. 13 metres is ample. I'm guessing it's the same on the opposite bank, and back in again, and it didn't take too long, and we do get another bite straight away. So I knew there was fish over there. Like I said earlier, I probably, in hindsight again, when I look back on my own videos, I do sort of look back and think, you know, maybe I could have done things differently, and that's how you learn, right? We all watch these videos, but even I watch my own videos back, and I do learn. And But sometimes you make decisions in matches, you feel like you're doing the right thing, and when you look back you think, no, I should have done it different. But you know, you have to make decisions, and a few things I certainly learnt on the day is I felt like maybe if I'd have feeding and fishing with 6mm pellets on the far bank, that might have been better. I'd also feel like, you know, maybe I could have persevered on that deeper water. Certainly the back end of the day it did go really quiet in the last half an hour, and the fish just disappeared really, and it was the same pretty much for everybody on this pool, and maybe they just went in deeper water, I don't know. But I didn't go back to that middle line, and I also stopped feeding it, so I definitely look back and I feel like I could have made some better choices on the day. But with last hour of the match I was still picking off some smaller F1s over on that far bank, and this is how it was. This was my match at MAP Marston Fields Fishery on the Kurve, peg 13. In the end I ended up weighing in with 69 pounds of fish, 69 pounds exactly. Wasn't good enough on this particular pool. I can't remember 100%, but I believe the top weight on this pool was around that sort of 120 pound mark, or give or take. Quite a few weights in between that, but I enjoyed the day. Obviously the match was won on one of the other pools on, I think it was Pine. Again, it was that over 200 pound mark. The results will go up any second, the overall results of the actual match across the 4 pools, and as you will see, the top weights just didn't come off this particular one. But like we say, we had separate pools on this, so back out again, just fishing it out now, catapulted in some pellets over this line, and we get into another fish. But guys, like I say, this is how the match went. Results are going to be up, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to my channel. It's a massive support and it's a big help, more than you'll ever know. Also, don't forget to drop this video a like, and if you spare 5 seconds, please do leave a comment. Let me know how you think I should have fished this. Let me know how your fishing is going. But guys, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.